Yo! Hello and welcome to this cast game played between MaxMix / Makocb / Urigan Enjoyer. And somebody's Discord pinging me. What is it? What is it? What is it? And yeah, it wasn't important. And he's playing 27Y, and he's up against P.Uri.Tanner playing 6YA, which is not a div you see a lot. We're on Black Forest, and yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with 6th. So looking at the 27Y deployment, there's really not a lot here, which makes me think that there are going to be about 10 planes in a second, or like 3 or 4, because there's really not a lot here at all. So complete abandonment of Charlie. Just send in, 1CV Delta, and then presumably elsewhere. Razvedka Saperi going to the edge of Bravo, edge of Alpha. BMP3 going here, BMP3 going here, and then 3 helicopters, Mi-24 VATs, this thing, the recon one, and there was something else, a Tungusk, and presumably a lot of planes, but there's no way, you can't see it in the deployment. You can't see them until they show up. On the opposite side, we've got a far more normal deployment from Tanner. Basically, when you're playing 6YA, opening with all the helicopters is a surefire way to lose the game. So what he's done here is he's got 6 more shots into Alpha, four bundles of sticks there, and a Tunguska, a Buk, a CV, and then on the right, he's got a CV, which is not pathed. He's got a CV, which is not going to Echo. So, see how that goes for him. 2 more bundles of sticks. Tanner really likes his bundles of sticks. And Conquers Tunguska, BRM1, Exceptional Optics, and yes, of course, the CV. So yeah, really interesting deployments from both players. We'll cast the game. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners. They get their names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos. At the higher tiers, they get their games cast at a rate of 1 a month. And they're the ones bankrolling the videos, you know. If you don't want to pay, that's fine. But please like the videos, and please leave a comment, because that makes YouTube recommend it to more people. And so, of course, subscribe, that helps as well. If you can't think of anything to say, just write GG. Or, wow, Hippie, thanks for showing me this game. Something like that. But yeah, GG, and liking the video. Takes 10 seconds, doesn't cost you anything. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for watching the videos. Black Forest is a bit of a slow starter, so we're sort of trying to fill the gaps here. Obviously, we see these 2 fighters, so there was no bomber? I guess not, otherwise we would have seen it by now. So yeah, 2 fighters to stop enemy fighters. Yeah, the helicopters are going to kill all this until the Tunguska shows up. So what Tanner needs to do is, move these back. And then, okay, so he's noticed the RKM. Okay, so here comes the Tunguska. But I think in a 3v1 it will lose. I'm actually not sure. I mean, it all comes down to the RNG, right? So if he sets up here, I think he can get some. But if... Okay, right, so he's bought 2 rocket planes. Which is neither here nor there, really. So that was a waste. But the Tunguska killed 1 plane pretty quickly there. 1 helicopter pretty quickly there. And it might get the second one. He's landing them, right? Is he landing them? No, he's not. He's just... Okay, so he gets 2. So there you go. So that helicopter rush didn't really work out. 1 Tunguska killed them all. The rocket planes were not the play at all. But what he has done is bought himself territory, right? And this thing... Hello? What? Why is it not shooting back? Oh, because it's on the ground. It's because it's landed. It's not classed as an air unit anymore. So so what he needs to do is get the bundles of sticks to unload here, and then they can shoot it. Because this now only has 1,200 meters range against this, whereas this can still fire its 2,800 meter range Kokons. So Tanner swapped into 1 Vet Paul Machikis here. Urigan Enjoyer. Okay, and because MaxMix decided to not send a single unit here, which would usually be his zone, right? 1 Razvedka Saperi would get here before anything Tanner sends. He's not got Charlie, and Tanner has noticed that, or at least he will notice that. He's unloaded really quite close. I do like using the planes to kill these low HP bundles of sticks, but the BUK's probably going to kill that. Okay, no. Reasonably lucky there. There's just something about the way the Tunguska aims. It's just like, I don't know if they fixed it, but basically it was the fact that the gun was slaved to the missiles, and the missiles aim slower than the gun, which was meaning that the gun wouldn't shoot until the missiles were shooting, which meant that effectively it had a 2.5 second aim time on everything. But I'm not sure if that's still the case. It certainly was the case before. Tanner's not noticed this, or just something to do with the way the buildings work, I guess. They've not noticed each other here. This bundle of sticks is probably going to take out this BTR-80. You're going to enjoy it. I'm just really surprised that he didn't send a single unit here. Like this poor Cheeky, just send it in, just see how far it gets. Or even just the truck. Just send the truck. The truck vanishes, it's been captured, and then you know he's there. But no, Tanner is doing the smart thing here. He's just swapping into taking Charlie, so... Interesting game. Obviously, these bundles of sticks... he's used attack move on this, so it's going to use the lake instead of using the ground, which makes it a lot slower. And, you know, Makocb, he's just got to reinforce all this now, so he's buying his own Pulmachikis. I've noticed he brings his at no vet. Pulmachikis are a good squad now, simply because everything else keeps getting more expensive. So the Motorstroke RPG 27, I believe, used to be 40 points, or it might have been regular Motorstroke that was 40 points. And now that these are 45, you know, Pulmachiki start becoming a bit more useful. So you do see people bring them now. Basically, one machine gun is worth 2 AKs, essentially, more or less. It might be 2 point something. So these fight with the strength of 10 men, but they are still 7 men. So, okay, helicopters. The Tunguska really should be killing that, but it's just a line of sight thing. There we go. And the gun is shooting first, so I guess they did fix that. So down that goes. And, okay, the BMP-3's got a smoke here. Will it smoke? It will survive anyway. Giga Chad gameplay. I'm not sure if that was just on attack position or what, but he took it out. I'm not sure how he saw it. Because this obviously can't see that, and there's no... weird. Anyway, is this guy going to smoke this time? He's not, but this only has 17 pens, and this has 5 armor. 17 pen is enough to pen a 3 armor vehicle. Heat pen is different to the other pen. So, okay, this is good for blue, if you're a blue team friend. But Tanner has just taken this. And, okay, so he's reset the Pulmachikis over here now. But he has just taken this because Makocb just didn't put anybody there. Even one unit. Like, it would have been really useful to just send one unit. But it is what it is. Anyway, this Tunguska's trying to get into a position where it could shoot that Escortini. And, okay, that's a good spot to have a Conqueror's M in. Can have more helicopters. This is a mistake, buying all these helicopters. Although, Makocb, I'm not sure what he's doing. Wait. Okay, so he hasn't watched the video. He hasn't watched the video. Listen. You need to pause the game right now and look at the first link in the description. It shows you how to deploy your units so that they unload immediately at the position you want them to, right? Basically, it's better to watch the video, but you click up, right? You click the unit card, then you click Y, then you click wherever you're going to click normally, right? And what happens is the units will unload at their positions. As opposed to, because he's just got the default move order on, which makes it so they get to the place, but they don't unload. So that's obviously very bad. Okay, so this is what the plan was, to kill the Tunguska with that. But in the meantime, he lost, like, he lost 2 of his Escortinis, right? And they're not that good anyway. The Conqueror's M is absolutely eating these T-55As. 23 pen. So he's trying to close distance, I guess, but I believe they one-shot. No, they don't. Okay. MiG-27 gets... MiG-29 even gets shown the door by the BUK. And now... There you go. You see, he landed it, and then the BMP-3 took it out. I believe I'm receiving additional Discord messages. Yeah. So that Conqueror's M was eventually overwhelmed, but these are now very low. The BMP3 is also very low cohesion. He really needs to get these out of it. Oof, down it goes to the double bundle of sticks. And, yeah, just really weird to see this, because, of course, that means that Tanner's going to be on a plus -1, right? Because, yeah, so, bit of a mistake from Makocb there, just not sending a single unit over there at the start. Even like a recon helicopter, you know, one of his helicopters. Just obviously he lost all 3 of them to Tunguska, right? Tanner deploying the urns. Urns die to 1 Igla hit, and but yeah, they can be useful. Obviously, if the Iglas are far away, and the Iglas might miss, right? But they used to have 6 HP, which made them a lot more useful. So the price went up to 60. Then the HP went down to 4, and the price didn't come back down. So they're very expensive for what they are. Yeah, eventually Makocb's going to lose this point because he just doesn't like he just keeps doing this, right? Like this should be here, but even then, that would just be 1 more unit. And you'll note that once Tanner gets his sticks over to here, his bundles of sticks, he can shoot over here. Sounds like a bomber, yep. So that this cluster thing has cluster and HE. That's what makes it so strong. You see the urns and adders going down there, which is, of course... Oh, but the Escortini soaks a hit. This has 8 HP instead of 10, which means 2 Iglas kill it. And so this is the idea, just to saturate the Iglas, and now... Big problem for Makocb, because he doesn't actually have anybody here. But yeah, he keeps not deploying his units properly, so his guys aren't getting to the front line as fast as they could, essentially. I do like this, though. I mean, to be honest, I would try and have one here. Because if you're here, you're not really accomplishing anything, but if you're here, you can kill people. Does 27Y get the Metis? I believe it does. I believe it does, right? It gets the Metis squad. Because, yeah, because there was something in the patch notes about their availability changing. I think. I'm pretty sure. So, Makocb's in a bit of a tight spot here, because if Tanner walks forwards, he's going to get in here. And he's okay, so he's still running this. And it'll probably kill that BMP3. And the Igla misses. And basically... Makocb's jets can't be... Because of the BUKs, right? Because the BUKs got some serious range behind it. Makocb's jet... Look at that. It goes all the way back to here. Makocb's jets can't be loitering close to the front line. They got to loiter back here, which means that, you know, Tanner's bombers are getting out, basically. So, big pushback here from Tanner. It's looking pretty interesting now. The Pulmachiki could use urn support. Obviously, there's the Tor. This thing, so Kokon's got buff. They're a lot faster now, as you can see. So you got less time to react, and I believe the pen and the range is the same. But yeah, I don't know. There's something weird with the suppression values in this game. Like, why is so that's 130 and that's 290, whereas this is 120 and that's 172, and this is 135 and that's 172. So that. This has a, you know, 5mm more diameter. Because somebody said it must be done off the diameter, the caliber, but it can't be, because this is 135 and this is 130. And so they're just a bit all over the place. They just got to clean it up, basically. Yeah, so Makocb, you know, he's going for this. Which, okay, but you've got the lead. You might as well defend your main zone, right? And then worry about attacking. But yeah, Tanner, he's bringing over the urn blob. The Iglas are going to have a show in this. And you see, every time that happens, he loses one. And they ain't cheap. And you only get 1 card, I think. You only get 6 of them. And Pop, you know, it's rough. They're like Gazelle cannons, except 3 times the price. I mean, they are better because of the auto cannon, but yeah, it's just the 4 HP really hurts them. These guys, they got 122mm dumbfire rockets, which are a bit better. This Conqueror's M. Okay. Can't shoot from there. Okay, will he react? He's reacting. He's reacting. So what Makocb can do here is he can turn... Yeah, so he's got these on nothing, and then he can just put them behind the building, and then they won't automatically try and get back in the building. But instead he's just sort of eating rounds. Oh, hello. So that's why he didn't put it in the building. So the giant S thing is really quite good from 6th. It's like an Acacia, but it fires faster. And also within the salvo it fires faster. Here we go. So this is a really good salvo because it's going to get both BMP3s. They're probably going to get out. Oh, well, that one's definitely not. But the one that went the right way did. Because you see the BUKs make it so that he can't dive with the jets. Does 27Y get seed? I can't remember. But Tanner's getting back in here. And this is out of Cocons. So previously it would have... Oh, that was a good kill. Side shot on a T-64 BV there. While the Tunguska watches. Like, these have the same... No, this has more range. This has 3,000 on the missile. So if he just put that there, he could have killed that. But, alas, no. And that MiG-31B is going really deep. And down it goes to the Tor, which celebrates by shooting into space. It was probably the Tunguska that got that second shot, actually. Because the Tor's fired twice, but the second one was the space shot. So Makocb's got to move this, otherwise the giant S is going to eat it. And the BMP3s, you know, I mean, they're good, but you really want the infantry in front of them just because they're so expensive. They're like 90 points. Although they can survive a bundle of sticks hit. And, yeah, you know, Makocb, he's actually taken this. Although this, because he's got his default engagement on nothing, they don't enter the buildings by default. So this wasn't in the building. But yeah, it looks like Tanner's going to take this. Although, right, so that can see that. So he knows it's got an RPG. Okay, I guess, whatever. So because this is in here, this can't be in here because these will kill it. Right, especially this one. Uh-oh. 60% accuracy. Oh, it's going for the BRM-1. It's got 1 round left. It missed! Surely you'd want to kill the CV. What is this, man? I guess he could move this up. Oh my days. So that's just the auto-targeting in this game. The auto-targeting thinks the BRM-1 is more important than the CV. Which is obviously not the case. You hate to see it. And, yeah, once again, Makocb needs to watch the video. He needs to watch the first link in the description and find out how to deploy his units. Because then he wouldn't have this problem where they're just sitting back here in transports until he pays attention. This is an idea, get some kills, but obviously with Makocb's fighter cover, it's not going to work out. You might get some supply, but there's nothing important back here. I like this as well, using it to get some vision. And Makocb, he swept the zone. This bundle of sticks, you know, couldn't hold the tide. Wasn't really in the right place. It was like here, whereas if he'd had it up here, you know, he'd be killing that Tunguska, basically. Rocket planes are bad. They don't usually work properly. That did a little bit, I guess. And this MiG-29 is going to have the same problem as before, where, yeah, because of the BUKs, he just cannot chase these. He can't punish them because of the BUKs. So good BUK usage there. The mega range BUK. And of course the MiG-31B sort of... Like, look at that! He's shooting him in his spawn! And so the Molder is probably going to go down, actually. No, never mind. Although, Tanner's now turning over... What happened to that Tor? It's back here. Okay. So the Giant S is being used to good effect. And Tanner's push here kind of stalled out. If he'd actually just ran in, I think he would have got in. Like, there's actually not that much here. But he was too lethargic. Like, this should be here. This you can move up to here. Move this one up, right? But he was too conservative. That's the word I'm looking for. Of course, he was also managing an attack here and a defense here, so it makes sense. And yeah, these guys getting beaten up now by these. I really like these 122mm rockets. They're still, as you can see, really quite weak. No squads died there. Oh, you're dead. BUK missiles tend to do that to you. So he's now spinning around in circles. Oh no, the BUK misses. Okay. And yeah, it's looking really bad for Tanner now. Actually, he's going to lose that. Yeah, these things are lethal. 60% accuracy. The 18 pen will one-shot any vehicle of 4 armor or below. But the main thing is how fast they go. You have very little time to react. They're very, very, very speedy. Look at that. Obviously that one missed, but, you know, you get my point. And, yeah, this is a good urn usage now that there's no Iglas here. You see, the urn's actually kind of good if there's no AA. But usually there's AA, right? And, you know, Makocb, he's very light on the infantry, like, because he keeps buying them in BMP3s. Of course, the BMP3s are useful. How did that go down to 1 HP? How much armor has it got? 2. Okay, so that would actually one-shot it, so it can't have been that. Oh, it might have been one of these, I don't know. So, yeah, Makocb, he's forced to keep buying ground-based AA because he can't use his fighters to cover his guys because of the BUKs, meaning that the fighters can't get close. So you see, that gets hit, but it survives, which is crucial. And, yeah, like, 6 do get these Lufstrom Metis. He's brought it in the rocket transport, so that means it's kind of expensive. Those are really expensive. It's 160 points. But yeah, the Tunguska being all the way back here, it might be useful. This is good reconning, right? And because it's got the... Oh, I remember now. It got shot by the KPVT, because this actually pens, and this only has, like, 1 armor everywhere except the front. So if he gets that close enough, it will kill it. So that's probably the plan. Over here, you know, back up. Okay, so now he's buying Pulmachiki. But yeah, I think he should have bought these before he bought those. I mean, it's just a minor thing. But also the fact that he doesn't understand how to deploy his units from spawn. I hope he watches this so that he can learn. And I hope you watch the first link in the description. I sure hope I don't forget to put it there. So, this is quite deep, but there's only a Tor. And... Oh no, but there's the fighter. And the BUK missed, which means the fighter's going to get his second missile off. And his third. And there you go. So he got it. And yeah, like this missed all 4. The BUK missed 1. Because he's put it between the houses, it's not getting proper line of sight. If he had it out here, it would have fired twice. And that might have gone a bit differently. So, looking pretty comfortable for Makocb now. But Black Forest being what it is, these games last ages, so... Tanner's got plenty of time to make a comeback. This is not going to make it. Down it goes. That motor stroke, he's probably going to die now. Check this out. Bam. I don't really zoom in as much as I should. It is a beautiful game. Yeah. So, that guy died. As you might expect. And that wasn't corrected shot either, because there's no recon around there. You see these circles. I mean, okay, so there's a circle there, but it wasn't in range. So he's looking for that Tunguska. I guess he's just trying to spot targets, because if he sees it, then the giant S can kill it. And once again, Makocb, you know, he needs to be in the buildings, then he'd have a huge advantage here. But as it stands, Tanner has forest cover, and Makocb has no cover, because he's actually in the open there. Over here, Tanner is in his, you know, Makocb not buying his infantry and, like, leaving it all back here and stuff, not deploying it properly, is really giving Tanner the opportunity to get in. He's trying to 1v1 the Tunguska, and you see those 4 240mm rockets did not kill the Tunguska. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, so the Conqueror's M or the Mi-24 probably killed that, and that rocket plane goes down. Here comes another cluster. So that will kill the Tunguska. So typically, you'd want to send those both out at once, right? Use a rocket plane to soak. Use the cluster to kill. I mean, it's still... well, you wouldn't have lost the rocket plane, maybe. I don't know. I mean, those 2 fighters obviously killed the rocket. Maybe he wanted to exhaust the fighters so that he could use this. Could be... He should really buy another BUK, actually. Because, you know, I put another BUK here. And then the fighters are really got to be quite far away. So, yeah, Makocb, you know, he's showing up now. Tanner... Okay, so it is behind a building. Oh, hang on. Oh, dear. I was going to say it's in a bad spot. It should really be back here. Although that would still be in vision. No, if you put it back here, it's not in vision of that Conqueror's. You see, it's just because of the snapping, you can't tell, but there is actually a spot you could put it back here. Instead, he opted for behind this building, and he got shot by that Conqueror. So, Just goes to show you should have had a unit here, really, a recon unit. You would have seen that. But it is what it is. Obviously, he's behind, right? So he can't afford to be. He doesn't have the luxury. So the grad is smart. I'm not sure where the CVs are from blue. I guess because he put this one here, that was the one from here. So he needs to buy a CV. He's still on a +1 though because he's got both side zones. All right, here we go. So that's been spotted now because he was trying to shoot the Tor with it, which is a shame actually. If he had just done nothing and let this shoot the Tor, he would have killed it. But instead, because it would have been corrected shot and everything. But instead, he tried to shoot, and the BTR-80 just killed it because that's actually got armor and the KPVT of its own. So the BMP-1PG came down by 5 points. It's actually not so bad. Oh, actually, this is the grenade launcher one. So this one I really don't like because it doesn't have the smoke. It doesn't have the smoke, and grenade launchers don't work properly. As you can see, they were just over-nerfed. Look. That one did hit, but usually, if the enemy's moving forwards, you can't shoot them because most of the rounds will miss. They'll land behind them. Sadly, okay, there we go. But they've stopped moving now, so this volley will probably hit. But you see how lethargic it is? Bloop, bloop. You can barely see it happening. It's everything else that's doing the damage. So yeah, grenade launch is really not good. Been bad for a very long time now. No willingness to fix it. Over here, because Makocb sent all his guys forwards, they're all dead now. And now Tanner's going to walk back in. Many such cases. Many such cases. You hate to see it, etc. So, okay, so he's using this. He's going to hit a few of his own guys there. Apparently he doesn't mind. And yeah, you see, he got 2 units there, but it only showed 1. Because this ticker has been broken since the start of the game. Over 2.5 years ago. 2 3/4 of a year ago. And yeah, look, really interesting back and forth here. Like, Makocb really shouldn't have kept pushing there. And now Tanner's just going to walk back in. And, yeah, so like, Tanner's got both side zones now. But he doesn't have the CVs for them yet. Which means that... Okay, so he has bought a second one of these as well. Which means that, you know, he's got 1,000 points to make up, basically. Is he getting a CV up for this side? No. So it will be... Well, okay, so once he takes this, it'll be even. And then he would have to take this to get the tick. And that you see that Maulding MiG just gets obliterated by the BUK. Actually, was it the BUK? It was probably the MiG-31B. No, that's... I'm not sure. Unless this is the second one. My bad. Do let me know in the comments. And also, if you have, like... Because I make so many videos, I do forget things. So if there's something you want to point out, it really helps if you leave a timestamp. Like, you know, 27 minutes, haha, that was funny. Because I'm not going to remember what happened at 27 minutes. Of course, the members get the videos early, right? Which means that the video is like a couple days old. It's like a week old. And so I'm not going to remember what I did in one video a week ago at 27 minutes. So yeah, if you want the videos like immediately, you can join as a channel member. Otherwise, if you got something to say, please do timestamp it. That was a good kill on that Tor. Because that means less AA, which means that cluster... right on time! So that there's no long-range AA here. The Tunguska is not long-range AA. But I'm not sure what he's going for. It's a bit of a missed opportunity there. Surely he saw this. Surely he saw that. And yeah, now the MiGs are out, so not so easy. Oh no, another Tor's being hit by... Like, Tanner's a really big fandle. Really big fan of... bundles of sticks. He's brought a lot of them. He wants to saturate the battlefield with these light ACGMs. And you see that, you know, they are getting pickoffs. They're getting the Tors and stuff. So 1,000 points, 13 minutes left. And the initiative's very much with red because blue is just sort of suicidally charging here. Although, he needs to kill this, really. So he needs that to be there. Does this have ammo? No. So, but this does have ammo... Right, so he needs to kill this because it's just killing everybody. So he's going to send the helicopter. Is there AA here? No. The Eagle is all the way back here. So this will thwart this. It might not kill it, but it will stop it. Force it back, whatever. Yeah, I was hoping he'd send it over here, but obviously he doesn't see what we see. And there you go, it's going to be +2 to Tanner now. BV versus B. you would expect the anti-tank plane to win. But you see, because of the way targeting in this game is like completely buggy, so because he was behind the trees there, the plane couldn't shoot. So that didn't accomplish anything. Oh man, this is a disaster for Tanner. He's losing his cluster planes. Oh no, he lost both of them. I mean, even if Makocb loses the jets now, which at least one of them is going to survive, will he lose that? No. Okay. Oh, he should have right-clicked it. He should have right-clicked it. He could have fired an extra missile there. Could have got it. And you see that the power of the like we just spoke about this, the power of the bundles of sticks. So yeah, really cool back and forth. I gotta say, like, look, Blue's back in this zone. It's hard, you can't even pay attention to everything. Oh, down it goes! So yeah, the power of the bundles of sticks, and you know, clearly Blue's just given up on this. There's no point. And he's got to keep this moving. The giant S is going to start killing it, but there's the Conkers there. He's got a smoke, but he's not bought a single arty piece apart from that grad. Where is that grad? It's really weird, actually. Don't tell me this killed it. Where is that grad? Oh, it's all the way back here. So you see that fired 20 rockets and did less than 1 damage. Dumbfire rockets are very bad in this game. The T-80BV is going to start bullying, and you see his cohesion is higher than this. These are basically the same, except this one costs 15 points for 1 more side armor and 1 more HP. Uh-oh, you gotta unload. Okay, he unloads in time now. Actually, the range was just not enough there. So he's got to hide this, otherwise, presumably, the giant S's... Yeah, here they are. But they're going for the tanks. Okay, interesting. Oh, yeah, so he thinks it's in this building, so that's him rejigging that. I do respect Blue still trying to get points, even though he's at such a huge advantage in points. He's still pushing. It makes for more entertaining watching. I mean, do let me know what you think. Black Forest games are a bit slow. But this is, yeah, you see the back and forth. Like this, how many times has this zone, this zone, this zone, and this zone changed hands? Like, Tanner was in here twice. He still is in here. But, you know, Blue just recapped it. This zone, Makocb's attacked twice. This zone, Red had it, then Blue had it, then Red had it, you know. So lots of back and forths. Yeah. It makes for entertaining watching. Like, this guy's got to be careful, because if as soon as he gets spotted, he's got to move, because a giant S is going to take him out. And Tanner's bought the CV for them, which means that this is too vet. Although this one's too far away, which means that, look, it reloads in 33 seconds, but it aims in 15, right? Whereas this, you know, it's significantly faster, so it is helping. Having said that, I would prefer a grad, and there is a grad back here, but he's not using it. Like, he needs to finish supplying it, or just use it for 29 missiles. Like, he knows does he know there's guys back here? He might do. But he's just forgotten about it. He's just not using it. It's very sad. This could be sold as well, but if he auto sells it, like, Tanner's done a great job putting the BMP WOMs all over the place here. Although I really don't understand why he's gone for the grenade launcher one, because the grenade launcher is rubbish, and it gets rid of the smoke. Have we got a model that's not in a forest here? So the smoke goes here, where the grenade launcher is. So they don't have smoke, and that makes them really, really bad. And they cost more. You're paying 5 points more for a downgrade. Actually, no, maybe they made them cost the same in the last patch. They used to cost more. Over here, this guy, you know, he's low cohesion, and so he's going to lose. Having said that, the CV is spotted, and it's not being moved, and he needs to really move that, but I think it's very dead. Wow. Okay. If he'd moved it, it would have lived. You just put it back here. He's got a tank CV back here. Yeah, I mean, interesting gameplay. So Tanner is stacking rocket things. Maybe he wants to do like an epic push into here, maybe. It's kind of weird because Red has this zone, but because the CV is not there, some sort of massive aversion to smoke from both of these players. Like, imagine if Makocb had smoked this. Like, one smoky thing, smoke, then they're not getting in. Alas. No. So, this has been spotted and is being shot. There we go, there's the smoke. Wow. good. First smoke round of the game, 36 minutes in. And, but yeah, you love to see it. It's good to see. I'm also not sure why they're not... I guess because once you get in this building, other people start shooting you, so neither player wants to get in the building. So obviously, if the blue player gets in, this will shoot him, right? And the rocket planes will probably shoot him. Yeah, no recon here for Makocb. And I really do like these BRDM2s from Tanner. Like, he's getting good recon, and he's also, crucially, he's getting corrected shot on, like, huge portions of the map. I want to show you it before it gets blown up. So you see the circle there? All of that can be corrected shotted. Can all be corrected shotted. So, that's a cheeky 128 missiles there, and you see it did half of HP, half damage, for 128 missiles there at 2 vet. Oh, yikes. So this has to get back. But Makocb's aggression there forced him to die anyway, or made him die anyway. Whereas he could have survived that, he could have gone backwards. So. Okay, this does have a gun on it. But crucially, what he's realised now is, oh, there's no long-range AA there. Does he have any planes left? I mean, he lost those clusters. I really did like that dive from Makocb about 5 minutes ago, where he dove his planes back here, past the BUKs, lost a bunch, but he killed both those cluster things, which are just really good. I can't remember if you get... I think you get 4 if you choose to bring 2 cards, but I think he's only brought 1 card. So... yeah, the helicopter usage is really good. That's been upvetted by the CV, so yes, 2 vet. And it started at 1 vet, which means it's got quite a few kills. You see he's saving the Cocon, he doesn't want to use it on transports and stuff. Oh, he switched it back on now. And you see the short rod keeps dying. But Tanner losing those cluster planes, like if he had those, this would be dead. There's nothing that... there's 1 Tor to defend it, but... you send 1 on this and 1 on the Tor, you know, you send... because this has got such high ECM, this one goes first and soaks. But yeah, really bloody battle from both players. 5 minutes left. Tanner's winning. Well, I mean, Tanner's on a +1. His differential is higher. But obviously Makocb's got the points. So I think... so this will put Tanner on a +2. But I think he needs to take this. All this, if he wants to win. Because with 4 minutes left, I don't think a +2 is going to do it. Yeah, just a big shame that Makocb's clearly forgotten about this. Like, this could have been firing all game. Would have done so much work. You know, put a CV next to it so it could fight even more. You don't even have to. You don't even have to do that. And yeah, the giant S's from Tanner, I like it, but he's put this one too far away, so it's not actually benefiting from the vet. Which is pretty funny. And you see that they are dealing damage, right? Like, they're forcing the enemy to move and stuff like that. If he doesn't move, he loses units. And with the recon game he's got going, like, he could have got a Razvedka over to here maybe, and then you would see that Tor and you would see that supply and stuff, and then you could start blowing that up. So Mi-8 rockets coming around, but to what end? You know, there's no... like, I mean, I guess if Tanner wanted to win, he'd have to go all the way around here, but then the T-8BVs would just drive backwards, so it's rough. They both went on the same one, which you don't usually see. And also the fact that he only brought 1 BUK the whole game, when you get 2 in a card. Did he start it vetted? He might have started it vetted. He might have started it vetted, and then that would make it so that he only gets 1 in a card, and that would explain why we only saw 1. Imagine if he had 2 cubs, 2 BUKs even. 2 BUKs is just way more useful than 1 vetted BUK. Especially given how cheap they are, 155 points. And then, you know, he'd be killing a lot more planes, actually. Because, yeah, this whole game, he's been, like, dealing 1 hit, and it's, like, great. But if he had 2, he'd be killing them. So, yeah, this is cool, but, you know, you could have put, like, this getting to here is good, and then, yeah, you can put this one... well, because that hill gets a bit weird, so... then you're in tank gun range, so you gotta sort of be here, but then helicopter gets you, I don't know. So he's bought... he's bought a second grad, and in buying the second grad, he's realised, oh, I have a first grad. Tanner sending the CV first, desperately trying to cap, and it's working because this is Niglet. So yeah, wow. Hey, if it works. The Igloos are shooting it with their AK, but yeah, he's going to cap that. I guess Makocb can send this in there now. Yeah, he's fast passed this one in. So +4 for Tanner, 2 minutes. 2 minutes on a +4. These guys, they're going down. They're going down. They've not got enough HP. These motorized Vodka need to just unload here, really. I'm not sure why he's unloading them there, because if they unload here, you've got the smokes there to protect you, and then you can use your rocket launcher on this. Oh, the building's dead now. Okay, so he's just going to double grad it instead. That will probably work. Down it goes. Yeah, the MIA, it's just a shame there's not more zones on this map. Like, why isn't there a zone back here? A zone back here? There used to be. But Eugene just seems to have this aversion to having more than about 5 zones on the map. There's 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, fine. They have an aversion to having more than 6 zones. Like, oh, it's too much. Too much for me to handle. And so when they add zones, like, because they added... This all used to be one big zone. They split it into 2, and that was a really good thing. But then they took out the back zones. And it's like, you know, 1 step forwards, 1 step back. So more smoky attempts here. This guy is going to shoot that. And there was also this guy in case that missed. Bundles of sticks going in on a T80 BVK. But yeah, there's no... Okay, so here's the CV. 38 seconds left. Makocb's done it. So yeah, good game. I mean, certainly 6Y is the weaker division. There's no doubt about that. But we saw Tanner play it really well there. And we saw a really interesting game. Lots of back and forths. Neither player content to just sit on his laurels, both pushing quite aggressively. He's going to cap some supply there. And that's fun, right? That's fun. It's good to see. I mean, imagine if they sort of sorted out this a bit more, put some buildings here, and then there was like another Charlie here. And, well, okay. Obviously, this would be very blue favoured, right? But you get my point. Anyway, GG. The map editor is here, so you can edit existing maps. You can add your own zones. I don't think you can do terrain changes yet. Well, you can, but you can't export them. Good game, well played to both players. Urigan enjoys just me. Tanner got way more kills, but didn't get the points. So, yeah, really good game. That guy, that helicopter was really good. Really effective helicopter. I think he kept it alive all game. Just a shame the grads weren't used that much. I want to see how many kills those giant S's got. Probably not that many. There you go. So that actually got the ABV. Yeah, and the other one didn't get any. But they're dealing a lot of damage, right? Partial damage, assisting kills, things like that. Also, when the aim time's 15 seconds, to be honest, he had him too far back. He should have had him further, closer to the front line so it'd land faster. But hey, especially if there's no fob back there, you know, so you don't need to keep him next to the fob to keep him supplied. Anyway, good game, well played, and I will see you around.